What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Kai, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to use the Myfitnesspal from start to finish, step by step. This is going to be a 3-part video, and in part 1 I'm going to be showing you how to download and set up the Myfitnesspal app. And in part 2 of the video I'm going to be showing you how to plug in all the food and how the measuring methods work. And in part 3 I'm going to be showing you how I went from this to this. So make sure to stick around for that. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, in this part of the video, I'm actually going to be showing you how to set up the Myfitnesspal. But what you want to do is just go into your app store, download the Myfitnesspal app. Once you have that downloaded, you're going to see this screen here. You're just going to go ahead, sign up with email, and then you're just going to fill everything out. They're going to ask you a series of questions. Okay, I'm just going to run through that with you really quickly. My goal is to lose weight. These I'm just going to skip here. This you actually want to fill out. Okay, so how active you are. This is important because this is how they're going to calculate the calories you're going to be eating. Okay, I'm going to go lightly active even though I work out 5 to 6 days a week. I'm still going to say I'm lightly active. My job is fairly lightly active. And then you fill out the rest. So I'm a male. Here, what's your goal weight? My goal weight is, let's say, 175. Because I only have, let's say, 5 pounds to lose, I'm actually gonna go with the 0.5 per week. Okay, so we're gonna hit next. And here, we're almost done. You're gonna have to fill in your email and your password. Just make sure you remember that. You're gonna hit next. All right, so now that you're all signed up, this is the main screen you're gonna see here. You're gonna see the calories that they give you per day. That's actually based on all the information you put in. If you have no idea what your calories should be, this is actually a good place to start. But let me show you what this app kind of does. I don't really use this app for anything besides calorie counting, and I don't pay for it either. I have paid for the app, so I do know what the app offers as a paid version. It's super not necessary. And I actually don't pay for it now. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna just go down to your bottom right here where it says more. 3 stripes says more. First thing you want to do, very important, do not skip this part. You want to go all the way down here where it says steps, the 2 feet. You're going to click on that. Where it says don't track steps, you're going to make sure that's checked off, okay? You don't want to track your steps because what that does is going to continue to add calories to your daily calories. So, instead of you staying in a calorie deficit, okay, because you're burning more calories, it's actually going to just keep adding calories to your food, and then you're going to consume all those calories. So you're not going to stay in a calorie deficit. You're actually just going to consume all the calories you actually burned off, okay? So that defeats the purpose. So you want to make sure this is turned off, okay? Very important step, so don't skip that. Once that's checked off, okay, so what you want to do, you want to go to your goals right in the middle here. It says goals, and then you're gonna see all the information you already plugged in, right? So your starting weight, my weight is 180. My current weight, my goal weight 175. So I have 5 pounds to lose, and I want to lose 0.5 pounds per week. I'm lightly active, okay? So that's how they calculate all your calories. But one thing Myfitnesspal does that I don't like is the percentages of protein, the macro split that they give you. What you want to do is you want to click where it says nutrition goals. You want to go to calorie, carbs, protein, and fats. You're going to click on that, and this is where you can either change your calories, you can change your macros. If you want to change your calories, if those aren't the calories you want to go with, you just go in here and you just change that to whatever it is you want. I'm going to stick to this. But what I do want to do is change my percentages of my macros here. But the protein, the carbs, and fats, not that bad. 50, 30, 20. I would actually bring that up a little bit more. My protein, make sure my protein is a little bit higher. So down at the bottom it says your total is 105%. It won't let you save that. So you want to make sure it's evenly at 100%. So you want to go down, and that will set me up exactly where I want to be. And then you hit enter. So that part's all set. Your calories are all set up. So now that we have that all set up, it's time for part 2 of the video. Let's go. All right, welcome to part 2, and also welcome to Kai's Kitchen. Give me a second while I slip onto something a little bit more comfortable. All right, now that we're dressed for the occasion, let's get into the meat and potatoes of this video. There's 3 main things you're gonna need to be successful with calorie counting. First and most important, you're gonna need yourself a food scale. Second, you're gonna need yourself some measuring cups. And third, you're gonna need yourself some measuring spoons. I'm not gonna explain how to use those in this video. I actually have a video that'll explain exactly how to use those things in the description below. It's gonna be your first link, so make sure to check that out. But basically, you can find out the caloric value of a food either by its weight or by its volume. Let's take this cup of rice for instance. This is how you measure the rice by volume, right? So this is 1 cup of rice is the volume of this rice. Or I can put it on my scale and weigh this out. So that is used to find the weight of the food, right? So I have 145 grams or I have 1 cup of rice. And that's how we're gonna put that into Myfitnesspal, which I'm gonna show you right now. And now I'm gonna be showing you how to plug in that rice, right? So you're gonna go into your Myfitnesspal, you're gonna go down to the bottom here, you're gonna see diary, you're gonna go ahead, click on that diary, and then you're gonna see where you can actually plug in all your food, right? It's gonna show you breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, But here, I wouldn't really worry too much about where you're gonna put it because it's all about the calories you consume daily. But if you're just starting off using MyFitnessPal, I would definitely recommend putting meal by meal in. That way you can see how many calories you're actually having per meal. But again, it's really not necessary. Just for the sake of this video, we're gonna do lunch. I'm gonna hit add food. And then here, you're actually gonna see all the foods that I already plugged in. So that's one thing about MyFitnessPal is that it kind of tracks all the food that you eat. So the more you use the app, the easier it becomes for you, the faster you can plug things in. So we're gonna do white rice. We're gonna go up top, we're gonna hit search, okay, search for food. So let's type in white, and then you'll see white rice popped up here in one of my foods. But so if I was plugging this in for myself, all I would have to do is just hit that and it would kind of add that on. For the sake of this video, again, we're actually gonna type in white rice and then we're gonna look it up, right? So we're gonna hit the search bar down the bottom. And then you're gonna see a bunch of different options. So these are all the options that MyFitnessPal gives you. I would recommend looking for the green check mark, okay? Because those are the backed by MyFitnessPal, right? So those are checked because MyFitnessPal already checked the nutrition on that, so they know that nutrition is solid. And if you can find the check marks, use just the check marks. So up top here, you'll see check only, so you can actually hit check only, and it'll show you only the ones with the checks, right? So that you're actually good on those calories. So make sure you use those. If you don't find it, use whatever you find. But if you can use the one with the check, then definitely do that. Let's go ahead and plug in that food. So we had 1 cup of white rice. So we're gonna hit this one here because it's by cup. So if you wanna change the serving size, so it's right now it's at half a cup. Let's go ahead and click on that. 1 cup is what we had. So we're gonna save that, right? So 320 calories for that 1 cup. We're gonna hit check up top. And that's good to go, right? So that's one way we can do that since we measured it 2 different ways. Let me show you the other way, right? So let's do white rice. I'm gonna go into what I have here because I know this one's by grams. I actually didn't check the other ones by grams, but this one is. So again, you can actually change serving size. I would recommend doing everything that you weigh by gram. That's gonna give you the most accurate weight of the food. Let's go here, we're gonna change that. You can change it to, normally it comes, this one came 100 grams, but I like to do it by 1 gram. So if the food you're plugging in has that option, always go with the 1 gram because then you can just plug in, like we weighed it in, it was 145 grams. That's so easy, right? So if it's by 1 gram, you don't have to do any type of calculations or anything. You just go ahead and here, 145, hit save, enter. And then you're good to go. And again, that's how you plug in everything. So it's not just rice. That's just an example I gave you, and I'll give you a few more examples here, but you can change the serving size to anything whatever you measured it in, you can change that serving size in your app, change that to exactly what it is you weighed out or you measured, and you're good to go, right? So let's finish this meal. But normally when I have rice with chicken. So we're gonna go ahead and type in grilled chicken. Oh, that's another tip. I wanna make sure you guys are plugging everything in after it's cooked, right? Let's type it in correctly, grilled chicken, ready cooked chicken breast. Having a hard time. Grilled chicken breast, right? So you can either do skinless, so you give it, again, check, green check only, and you'll see all the chickens with the green checks, green check, everything's green check. Chicken breast, grilled, skinless. Pretty simple. And again, we're gonna change so serving size. They're gonna obviously give you some type of serving size. I would always recommend even the grilled chicken or any type of meat, instead of doing ounces, because you can either do pounds, ounces, or grams. Grams, like I said, is gonna give you the most accurate weight of that food. So if you have that option here, 1 gram, right? And we had 200 grams of chicken. We're gonna save that, boom, and then you're gonna hit the check up top, and it's already plugged in, right? And then we're gonna do broccoli because normally I have it with broccoli. And then again, it's already at 1 gram because that's usually what I have. So here are the options. Cup of chop, 1 gram is gonna be the most accurate. We're gonna save that again. We're gonna do 150 grams of broccoli, hit enter, and then we're gonna go back and all our food is gonna be plugged in, right? So these are the 2, the rice that we had. So this is different rice, so it's instant rice. So we're just gonna go ahead and delete this one here. Okay, and this is how you plug in a meal. So if you see here your lunch, it's 591 calories for that lunch, right? It tells you exactly how many calories you have. Up top, it'll give you the calories, so your goal for the day minus whatever you just ate, so 591, and it gives you the remaining balance of how many more calories you have for the day. So, and that's how you track your calories, right? If you wanted to check more than just what your calories are, you want to check your macro breakdown, so how much protein you're getting in. This is where you're gonna go. You're gonna go up top, it's that little pie up top. You're gonna click on that, and you always want to go to nutrients up top in the middle. It gives you calories, nutrients, and macros. Always go to nutrients because that'll give you the exact macro breakdown and how many you have left. So for that meal itself, It had the protein was 67 grams of protein, carbohydrates was 51 grams of carbs, and then fats 12. Okay, so that it tells you how many you ate, what your goal is, and what you have left for the day, right? So this is awesome. Like I actually track my macros. If you want to track your macros, you should. If you're not gonna track your macros, at least make sure you're having enough protein. So stay under your calories, eat enough protein, which is 1 gram of protein per body weight. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you're eating 200 grams of protein. If you weigh, like I weigh 180, I have at least 180 grams of protein per day. Okay, so if you don't want to track everything, make sure you're at least staying under your calories and eating enough protein. And that is actually the hard part about Myfitnesspal. And now let me show you a cool feature that Myfitnesspal actually has, which makes life so much easier. So take this protein cookie, right? Anything that has a barcode, not just this protein cookie, but anything that has a barcode, you can just scan it into your Myfitnesspal and you don't have to look up for any type of food. It tells you exactly how many calories that is. It plugs it right in for you. So let's show you how to do that. Up top, you're gonna see scan barcode. You're gonna scan barcode. And that plugs it right in. All you have to do is hit enter, eat, and enjoy. Guys, it's not that hard, okay? It takes one extra little step to track your calories, and that's how you're gonna lose weight, because you're gonna make sure you're staying under a calorie deficit, okay? That's the most important thing. No matter what diet you're having, staying under the calories that you should be eating is key to success, okay? And this takes one extra step to make sure you're doing that correctly. So do it. Let me slip into something a little bit more decent, and then we're gonna get into part 3 of the video. All right, guys, in this part of the video, I wanna explain why and how Myfitnesspal actually helped me lose weight. Not only lose weight, but keep it off, right? Keep that sustainable. I was what a lot of people call a yo-yo dieter. I would hop on these diets, like a no-carb diet, stick to it for a while until I lost the weight, I saw some results, and I would just bounce back to either where I was or worse. And the reason for that is because these diets aren't sustainable, right? Like I didn't enjoy that. It wasn't something that I could sustain a long period of time. I could mentally force myself to do it for a while, but if it's something you don't enjoy doing, you're not gonna be able to do that forever, you know? Whenever you're doing something difficult, it's best to choose a path with least resistance to give yourself the best chances of success. And for me, that was just Myfitnesspal. What Myfitnesspal allowed me to do was eat the foods that I enjoy eating and still stay in a calorie deficit with what's called flexible dieting, or if it fits your macros, right? It's just calorie counting. It keeps you accountable for the foods that you're eating. You kind of know exactly what you're putting into your body, how many calories you're eating. In the grand scheme of things, it's all about calories in, calories out as far as fat loss or weight loss, right? So as long as you're staying in a calorie deficit, you're going to lose weight. So it's not really about the foods that you eat, it's more of the calories you're consuming. So Myfitnesspal allowed me to track the calories I was consuming to make sure I wasn't going over my calorie range, so I can stay under a calorie deficit and lose weight. Myfitnesspal kind of takes the guesswork out of it, right? It tells you exactly what you're eating, it tells you how much you're eating, the nutrition you're eating, and it's just a way of holding yourself accountable. So this is actually how I looked when I actually started working out. This was a while ago. I joined the gym, worked out consistently, did these fad diets, yo-yo dieted up and down, and this is how I looked 6 years after that. So not a lot of progress was made. I never really got the body I wanted. You know, I worked out so hard and I tried to diet, quote unquote, but it would always fail, and that would be a setback, right? Mentally and physically. And then once I found Myfitnesspal and I started tracking all my calories, this is how we look. So we've come a long way, and nothing is gonna change that. You know, this is how hopefully I'm gonna maintain my lifestyle forever. It's something that's easy to do, it's sustainable. Maybe not easy, but it's sustainable, and it's worth it for me, you know? It's something that I can still fit in the foods that I like and have the body that I want. So it's a win-win for me. Of course, I'm not out there eating pizza every day or burgers every day, drinking beer every day, you know? You have to make sacrifices. I'm not saying that you can eat whatever you want. I'm just saying you can still enjoy the foods you like to have, you know? So if you're craving a chocolate chip cookie, if you're craving a slice of pizza, you can have those and fit that into your meal plan because you know how many calories those are. Something that's sustainable for me, and hopefully you can try that and it'll work for you as well, because no matter what diet you're on, the most important thing, or actually the only thing, is to be in a calorie deficit. If you're not in a calorie deficit, no matter what diet you're doing, the paleo diet, doesn't matter what diet you're doing, you're not gonna lose weight if you're not in a calorie deficit. So you can do a no carb diet, right, and suffer through that and still go over your calories and not lose any weight. It's all about staying under a calorie deficit, and this is the only way you can really track your calories and make sure you're not consuming more calories than you should be. And the last point I want to make about Myfitnesspal is not that it's just a calorie counting app. You're gonna learn so much. It's basically gonna teach you everything you need to know about nutrition, right? Because if I ask the average person how many calories a food has, or what the macro breakdown of that food is, most people don't really know. And if you don't know the nutritional facts of the foods that you're putting into your body, how do you know if that food is good for you? how many calories you're consuming throughout the day. You don't know unless you actually know, right? So tracking that, and the MyFitnessPal will actually tell you the breakdown, the macro breakdown of the food, all the nutritional facts of that food. MyFitnessPal is going to tell you, and you're going to start learning that. You know, little by little, you're going to start plugging in food. You're going to say, oh, this food has this food has that. And then eventually you actually don't have to use MyFitnessPal all the time. Tracking is the easiest way for me. I don't mind doing it. And the more you do it, the more you're gonna learn, the faster you're gonna get at it, and the more success you're gonna see. All right, I hope that video helped. If it did, please drop a like. That really helps out the algorithm. It helps me get my information out to more people, and that's all I wanna do, is just help as many people as I can. I wanna give them what I was looking for when I started in my fitness journey. I wanna make sure I can provide that to people, and I'm gonna continue doing that. If you're just starting your fitness journey, make sure to subscribe to my channel, turn on the notification bell so you can be notified every time I drop a video, which is gonna be every single Wednesday, and I'll catch you guys in the next video, all right? Peace.